everybody, and welcome to the Thackeray's channel.
We're back.
We're back to do a April wrap-up and a little bit of May wrap-up.
Yeah.
And the reason why we're including May is because one of you asked to see my haul at Mother Shipton's, and I didn't have time to put it in the Mother Shipton's vlog. So I'm going to show you what I got at Mother Shipton's cave.
Yeah, and we can talk about Mother Shipton's as well, can't we? We'll pencil it in there, and then we'll crack on for the next one after there. So it's up to Mother Shipton's.
So April, we were just trying to decide or remember what we actually did in April. Again, it's been one of those months.
It's flown by, hasn't it?
It's flown by. We've not done much, I don't think, but we have done lots, if that makes sense.
I've been continuing trying to integrate into Claire's business a bit. I'm learning the ropes, as it were.
Yeah.
But still doing the day job, which has made it hard. But it is what it is. I'm getting there, slowly but surely.
Well, that's why some of the vlogs, well, a couple of the vlogs, vlogs are coming out, by the way. They're done, they're just ready to...
Yeah, so I've got a bit delayed because we've been concentrating on CTGT Tarot, which is now the final name.
Yeah, it's the final name.
The final name. So I think that's what we probably named that in April, didn't we? Yeah,
we changed the name. We decided what we're going to do. So there's a tarot course on it, and the last video of that is going out this weekend, and then that will be done. But then once that is finished, we're going to do a video a week where we jointly look at something. Could be something historical, could be something current. So we'll use cards, energy techniques, life techniques, science techniques to have a look at things, have a chat about stuff.
Yeah.
The CT Roll Tarot is firmly back now. No pissing about or messing about.
Yeah.
And the historical readings are back firmly. So there's different playlists on there that you can have a look at.
My hot topics.
Hot topics as well.
So I'll be looking at something current in hot topics. As it hot topic.
Yeah.
It needs to be current, doesn't it?
Yeah. And your pick a cards on there as well.
Yeah, pick a card. So just see what the week is going to have in store for you. On pick a card. There's Inspiration Corner on Claire Thackeray.
Claire Thackeray. So Claire Thackeray, Inspiration Corner, which is daily.
That's me. And then the usual content from Claire, the amazing content that Claire does is all on there. And then my bit. Yeah.
Bless you. So you're even already talking about tweaking Inspiration Corner in different ways. And that's what happens when you create. You tweak things, you learn things, you're gaining confidence, you drop things, take other things on, etc.
Yeah, it's just obviously it can be quite time consuming filming Inspiration Corner, and it maybe needs streamlining. I don't know, so I can do other stuff as well. It's not so bad at the minute because I'm fixing it in just with the days that I work with you, but it does make it difficult sometimes, especially when we've got days off and stuff. Trying to have days off, which we don't seem to have had many of just recently.
Yeah. We do, but not as... I have said that when you've fully left work, I think a few days should be booked off just for decompression, to be honest. Yeah. Because I think, like I always say on this channel, energy is everything.
Yeah, so, I'm quite happy to have a few days off to decompress. You crack on working and I'll just get my feet up. Hopefully the sun's out. I can sit in garden, get my feet up. Get a nice book.
Yeah, but anyway... Yeah, so we've been
went down like a fart and you couldn't sit.
We've been working, but it's been flying, hasn't it? I'm sure we've done something else in April.
We finally cleaned the drive at the back.
Oh God, yeah. We had that when we moved in. Some of you remember, the outside was wrecked. So all the pavements, the drive, it was wrecked. We had walls that were wrecked and falling over, so the whole lot had to be dug up. We've still got grassland in the back and the wild stuff going on, but all the patios, the drives, the path, that it was all wrecked. And we went for crazy paving, which looks lovely, but it needs looking after. So we've got a lot of moss around here. So we've got that machine that we have to down all the moss, clear it all out, sweep it up. So we've done all the back and all the side, and there's all the front that needs doing now.
The biggest area.
God.
We should have got resin.
Yeah, but I don't think they were keen on doing resin in such a big area.
I'm not sure. I've seen buffer drives that.
Yeah, but like all of it would have to be resin. That's what I think the problem was.
Quite possibly. But it is what it is. We're halfway there. We're living on a prayer.
Yeah.
And that's the next job when we go outside, I think. The front's not as bad as the back because it's only patchy at the front. The back was everywhere, wasn't it? Because it gets a lot of shade through the day until the back of the day. The front gets a lot of sun during the day. So anyway, we digress.
Yes.
So we did a bit of work there finally. Got a bit of yard work in.
Yeah.
What else?
Your mum and dad came for a few days over Easter to Lincoln, so we did food here, and then went into Lincoln. We went to ice cream parlour,
Cathedral.
Rained on one of the days, didn't it?
Yeah.
What else did we do there? We did something.
The cathedral
went
day.
to Donington Hall, so that was nice. I did all that usual stuff. It just, I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Do you feel that time has run past you this?
Yeah, time is absolutely flying. It is absolutely flying by. It's ridiculous. You just don't, we ain't got half the things that a lot of people do, and we just don't have the time to do anything.
I know. I don't know how people are coping when they've got children, or, I mean, my work isn't that extreme, but there just doesn't seem to be enough hours in the day.
It's because I think with you, you're constantly thinking about work, even if you're not actually working. That's the problem, and so it's difficult to switch off. I think that's what it is.
Because we've been looking at Claire Thackeray as well, and some of the things on that channel need to be tweaked as well. It's sad because as a creator, and I used to go against this, and sometimes clients would say in sessions and say, look, if you want your channel to grow, you've got to get told off all the time. You need to do this. And I used to fight against that and say, no, I'm still going to stick to this, but there's no point. There isn't, but then you kind of upset the ones that liked that. It's like there's a couple of things I'm doing on Claire Thackeray that are just like the taroscopes. There's a lot of work needed for them for filming, and then they're putting together as well. But it doesn't bring people in. It doesn't help to grow the channel. And we're not sure actually how much views they actually get, really. Compared to some of the other content like the ancient mysteries and stuff that I used to do. I've not done any of that for ages. And some more of the channeling, like the Royal Historical readings, I've got right back into them. And I think I need to be interested in the videos that I do rather than it just be...
If you're not interested in doing the taroscopes, then you might have to think about it.
I like doing the moons, I like doing the month ahead, I like doing the channelings, I like doing the cacao charts, but the taroscopes are just a little bit...
See how you go.
So we're just thinking about things and changing things and...
There's things you can do. Definitely.
Wish you. I feel like I'm really not talking anyway.
I know.
So I'm taking over. Come on, Gary, you chip in.
You've talked about everything.
I've started diamond darting.
You have, yes.
So I'll show you some of my first things that I've made, which is some cards that I'm going to start giving out to people. Because sometimes I get the odd person that writes to me at the PO box address, and I like a notelet to be able to send back to them. Bit of glue there. But yeah, you can see, so basically the pictures makes you know, the picture's there, and there's numbers there, and the numbers correspond with with these diamonds, and you put them into little plastic tubs, and you just literally stick them on like that. So there's that one. And it's really therapeutic. There's that one. That one. Nice bold.
They're beautiful, aren't they?
You can't see the sparkle because the light's not. The light's going a bit dull here, but yeah, they're nice. And many people are actually starting this now, and they all say the same thing there. I like the colours of that as well. That it's therapeutic and it allows mindfulness to come in. So I got my first kit from my mum when she came because she's been doing it.
Yeah.
So I've been doing that, and I'm going to continue to do that. I have said I'm going to do lives on here, but again, the time is just flipping by, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Bless you.
Just getting time to do it, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is what it is. We'll get there in the end. August. Really start kicking on. I think.
Yeah. I think it's a collective thing, this as well, because there's always this constant doom and gloom out there as well. It's just like there's just an energy out there at the minute that is just irritating me now. It's just this constant, incessant wailing for your attention energy.
Yes, the world's in a dark place at the moment, isn't it? Let's not go there on this video, but it is. There's a lot of darkness going on, wars, fires. It's not good, is it? It's not good for people's souls and people's well-being. And it's really easy to get caught up in it as well, especially if you watch the news or have a lot of time on your hands. So it's sometimes you've got to let it go, I think, and try not to get involved with it. Only whatever draws you in. That's what I'm trying to do, especially with some of the videos that I've been doing, the hot topics. It's only stuff that I'm actually interested in, that I've so much just come to me and gone, ooh, I've got an opinion on that. You know what I mean?
Or an interest.
Yeah. Or
from your own perspective.
Yeah. It's like, you know, you're the person for royal stuff, but I've done a Royal Harry one, which is about him and his dad. And I could relate to that because I've got a dad. I'm a son, and I can relate to some of that situation. And, you know, and I could relate to some of the stuff that was going on. I may have not got some of the actual procedures and stuff correct. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. I got halfway there, I think.
Yeah. I think that's why crafting and reading and having a hobby is really good in these times. Because I think otherwise, I think we claim we don't have a lot of free time, but I think we do, because if you look at your phone and how long you spend on your phone a day, that tells you something very different. And I think the hobbies, mindful hobbies, having interests, helps you through all of this, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, I've been struggling reading because I spend too much time on the screen doing videos. What's it called? Editing videos, work. I'm always on the computer for that as well. So, yeah, I need to find something that's not. And at the minute, my only downtime is playing a game on my phone, which is it's not working. I know that's not working.
You see, I mean, I don't think this affects you. Let me know in the comments. But I am actually struggling with a lot of books at the minute, especially up-to-date books. There's just something not right with up-to-date books at the minute. Certain areas. Excuse me.
I think they're trying to be everyman books. That's the trouble. They're trying to be. They're trying to cater for everybody's perspective, rather than
just
real.
Tell a story.
Tell a story. What is your story? What story do you want to tell? You can't have every ethnic group, every religious group, every sexuality in that book. A disability. You can't have everything. Your characters can't have everything because that's just ridiculous. You might as well just get AI to write it and just tick loads of boxes.
Here's my perspective. I think a lot of books are getting produced by AI at the minute. I really do.
I don't know.
What was it I've read recently? Yeah, what was it? The Honey Witch. Maybe I shouldn't name a book because I could get done for that. But there's been a book that I've tried to read recently, and I was like, that didn't feel human. And I absolutely, I said, didn't I? I said, I read a couple of pages and I was like, I couldn't gel to it.
The thing is, I don't think that would be AI. I think that would just be somebody being very out there.
I think out there as well.
I think AI would just be bog standard. It's like generic. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have it. I don't think it would be that eclectic. If that makes sense.
I don't know. It depends what software they get, doesn't it?
No, I think it would just.
Foundation, I mean, so.
I think the way it works is it's the average of every man. You know what I mean? You could almost put all the Lee Charles books in there, and it's like give me a Jack Reacher book.
I think as
You know
well.
what I mean? And it'll kind of make a story out of all the other stories.
I think authors are trying too hard at the minute. I've realised that since I started watching a lot of Booktube, which I don't watch a lot of it now, I started getting really... I have always prided myself that I have never, ever, 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 ever DNF'd a book. I've always been able to get a book and make been a banger. You know, they used to say my best books of the year. Well, all my books used to be the best books of the year. Every single book I read. Well, since I started watching Booktube, the amount of books that I've got, that I have just opened the first page and gone, what the hell is this? It's on, you know for yourself. And I can't even try and force myself to read some of these.
Well, these are all the books that have been recommended by people on YouTube. And they're probably being given these books for free to recommend the books.
Yeah. I used to watch somebody that recommended, she got the women's list every year. The women's list. I think all of that were not just the finalists, but all the books. And it was last year, a couple of years I've read it, I've watched them. And I thought, I'll get that book. And she's really selling it. She gets it free every year. Yeah. And the last few that I've got recommended, and we're like, that is absolute shit. And it's just like, because and that's the thing, because that is a good thing. If you're interested in the woman's list, to have that box of books delivered to you every year, if that's your passion, it's like a box of historical books landing on my lap. You're not going to say that, because you're not going to want to ruin that society of people that are behind that, the women's list. So you're gonna
you're gonna big up every book. Yeah, you're gonna big up every book.
And I think as well, in book world, a lot of people want to hear about certain... It's like in my world, a lot of people want to hear about roll rates. You could pick an obscure topic and nobody watches it. But when you're actually going out and buying a book, that's crazy. When you're trusting on these people. I've said to you that I've watched people on Booktube and I've watched the reactions. I love this book. And you'll see some across the face and you're like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. So, yeah, I'll be glad when I've got down my to be read pile, to be honest, because it's getting a bit triggering.
Yeah, you did go a bit ballistic at one stage, didn't you?
And I've decided I'm going to go back to reading the genres that I really enjoyed, like the historical fiction authors. They call it chick lit, but apparently they're trying to change the name of it now because chick lit is a little bit patronising.
It is very patronising, I've got to admit.
It is, yeah. And back to like suspense stuff, but stuff that you can just read where your brain ain't been twisted and it turns into a political rant. And I've had so many books now, I think, is this a story or a political statement?
Yeah. You know, is it fiction or non-fiction?
I used to read a series of books. These weren't recommended via Booktube, and I used to love him. It was an independent author, and he did a crime series. And I got right into these books, and I whizzed through them. And he just started getting really political, where there was less plot, but it was all about the Tories and the system, and it was just like, this is ridiculous.
Is this a book or political broadcast? God, I just got through that, didn't I? Yeah. I'm surprised. I thought I was going to stutter my way through that joke.
But yeah, let me know in the comments what you're thinking of books.
Yeah, films the same.
Yeah, films. I was watching something on TikTok the other day and it came up about the 80s and the films, and it flicked through the clips of all the films, and it was like, God, you don't get that now, do you? The proper blockbusters that came on.
Yeah, there's not much out there now, is there?
Films are just shit. And I find that these films that are just like really, are just not good at all, are they? Sometimes
they're almost like the fake ones you see on YouTube and stuff and Facebook, where they make up films when put an AI actor in a certain thing. And you look at some of the trailers and you think, is this real or is this fake? Is this actor really doing this role? I don't know. It's very strange.
Yeah, it's.
But there's too much channels and places for films to go now. So it's like books. There's too many. It's too easy to become an author. Yeah. So there's too many books, and it just the book market and the film market has become saturated. Yeah. And when that happens, you end up with a lot of crap.
Yeah.
You end up with some really poor quality books and some really poor quality films. But in the other flip side, you end up sometimes some of the films that have been made or the books that have been made really cheaply end up being absolute gems.
Yeah.
So it's really difficult. Really, really difficult. Would some of these authors come through if they hadn't been able to self-publish? I don't know. Would they have been picked up by publisher
To
houses?
be fair, I think sometimes it's more these big publishing houses, I think. Some of the books that you're getting from these big publishing houses are shocking. And I think because books have become, wherever money comes into it, it's like football, what money did to football. Wherever money comes into it, because there's a lot of money to be made in books now for the publishers, I think it's become a real, they're just, I was watching something online about this, just constantly pimping books now, constantly. And encouraging you to go out and stock a big library up of big, like I never even heard the word TBR until I started going onto Booktube to be read pile.
Right.
So I never had that. I used to have a couple of books to read and then I'd finish them and go online and buy some or go to the library. Whereas I know it's wrong. I know I don't feel comfortable with it. But having this big TBR pile that I've got at the minute,
I can imagine it's overwhelming.
it's doing my head in.
I mean, I've got the Libby app, which is like I think it's Overdrive in America.
Yeah.
I think it's Overdrive, but
Yeah.
over here it's the Libby app, and you can rent library books through that. And I've just recently looked into quite a few, and I've had 5 or 6 queued up for quite some time. Luckily, I'm waiting for people to read them, so it's worked out quite well. Usually they've just dropped in just as I've finished another one, and it's worked out really well. But I've also got 3 books under the bed that you bought me, that I've not had a chance to read yet. So that's another.
It just stocks up, doesn't it?
But I've been reading books for free. You know what I mean? And it's like, ka-ching. Even got the new Joe Pickett.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'll be glad when the books are down and I can just go back to how I was. And I wonder if this is the problem with the modern world. If we've got too much to do, if we think really back to our grandparents and great-grandparents, they didn't have half as much to do as we did.
Well, you think about it, you got a choice, haven't you? You know what I mean? In the past, you had to go to the library to get a book, or you had to go to the shop to get a book. Now you can just get one on your Kindle or your tablet, like that.
And you didn't have as much money, so you had to really think about it. This was going to be an important purchase, not like Clive Thackeray.
Just have it.
Yeah.
And then telly. You used to only have 4 channels. 4 channels. Now we've got 700 million. You've got Netflix, you've got Amazon Prime, you've got Reiki TV, whatever, Reiki NTV.
Reiki TV, what's that?
I don't know. It's
That's not gonna
the
be
same
on
company.
is it?
It's the same company that do the opposite to Kindle, the Kobe. Is it Rycon or something like that?
I don't know.
I don't know. It used to be Play.com, but I think they changed it to a weird name I can't pronounce. So there's that channel, there's other channels, there's Disney Channel.
It's overwhelming, isn't it?
It is overwhelming. It is overwhelming. And that's just for subscription TV. You know what I mean? And it's like, we better watch it now. There's more content than ever. We better watch it because it's all crap. But then you got that. You can listen to any music you want now. If you've got a music subscription. In past, you had to have your CD collection. You could only listen to what CD or record if you want to go back that far, or tape. Whatever you had in your collection. Now you can listen. You can just say, Alexa, play this, and she'll play this, and it's like, and you, what do I? And you almost can't decide what to do, and that becomes overwhelming.
So
what am I going to do now?
Your downtime's becoming overwhelming.
You've got
Games
games
are
on
overwhelming.
Computer games. You used to have to buy a PlayStation. You had to go to the shop, pay 40 quid for a game. Now you can just get a free one on your phone. And it's just as addictive. and you end up spending half your time on that. And you're not using any of your TV subscriptions or your music subscriptions or your Kindle subscriptions or the big pile of books you've bought. And you just become completely overwhelmed with possessions.
and things that, yeah. And even food shopping as well. Going to my dad's always saying about if his mum came back now and supermarkets, but it's true. I go into soup and I just can't, whoa, it's just too much choice. We've got too much choice. Clothes shopping. But you actually have too much choice, but not what you want. Your job, I mean, I'm not so much for me, but for you, you can't do your job really for all the loops you have to jump through.
Oh yeah, it's I was talking to that somebody else this week at work. That it's just paperwork. It's just admin for admin's sake, and it's like, oh come on, I need to do my job. You know what I mean? How am I supposed to do my job when I've got to do this, got to do this, got to do this, got to do this, got to do this?
Everything was much more simple, wasn't it?
Yeah, got to do this training course. I've got to do that training course. I've got to fill out this form. I've been overpaid, so I've got to fill out another form and give them my money back. Like, oh, thank you.
So
frustrating.
Yeah. And then you've got Book World doing what it's doing. Everything's over the top.
Yeah, and then you've got people who've got massive shelves of books, and they're sat in a pile of books, and there's just books here, and there's books here, and this is what I've read this week. This is what I read today.
I actually unfollowed a lot. Well, I've unfollowed a lot of booktubers, to be honest.
It used to trigger me watching you.
I got so sick of. I've only read 15 this month. Usually it's between 20 and 30. That to me, that's a problem. That's a problem.
I mean, you used to read a lot, didn't you? But not that.
But not that much. And I think that's why I actually don't read a lot now, because I got so burnt out with watching.
Well, I think you were trying to compete.
Yeah.
You
feel as though you're failing in not reading those amount of books. And then when I went onto that Booktube channel, that just got ridiculous, because you Booktube channel, you've got to give book content. And I was just like, I can't do this. Give me Meghan Markle back, thanks. That was a lot easier. Like my earrings as well.
Nice.
It's for Vegan Festival, but we'll tell you about that in May. June, should I say? But yeah. And there was another fella that wasn't actually, there's not wrong with him, but his house was just full of books and a dust and just piles of them everywhere. And just watching him just overwhelmed me. And then he'd be going out and buying more and more and more and more.
Well, we stopped in Harrogate after Mother Shipton, didn't we? And we found this beautiful, quaint little bookshop. Beautiful. It was only a tiny place, but it had an upstairs. It was a rickety old steep staircase upstairs. But you've never seen so many books in such a small building in your life. Bless him.
It was nice though. It's like bookshops used to be though, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you had like the ledger and stuff, and you went up into this rickety old building and you were like, how are the floors holding up these bookshelves?
How does he know what books he's got and where they are?
I can deal with that because he's selling books.
Yeah, I know.
But when that's like somebody's front living room, interesting.
I mean, my upstairs, I had 3 bookcases full of books at one stage. Massive floor to ceiling bookcases.
Yeah. Go on.
Because I couldn't get rid of them. I was kind of holding on to stuff. I was becoming a hoarder of books and DVDs and CDs. And there's none. There's none. I got rid of them all. Yeah. How freeing that was.
Yeah.
It is unbelievable.
Maybe the problem is the very thing we're talking about is TBR piles and focusing, because again, I have been an avid reader all my life and I have never, until I started watching Booktube, ever gone, I've read 4 books this month, I just read. And I think that's a problem, that we're becoming into a competition with ourselves, that we should just read a book.
Yeah.
And not focus on it being the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th book.
Yeah.
Oh, I can put a rant about Booktube in the title.
I don't know.
Yeah. Should we share these gifts that we've got presents? So anyway, we're in Mother Shipton's cave.
Oh, I loved that place.
It was lovely, wasn't it?
Yeah, we've been to some places, and some places have been a bit. Some places we've really enjoyed, but this place I never thought. People said Mother Shipton's, and I thought, I'm not that bothered. It's just going to be a cave in it somewhere. But it's absolutely beautiful.
Do you think it's changed because you've changed as well with your recce attunement?
I don't know.
I think so.
Possibly.
It's more relatable. But I said to you, did I, that day, the river, the greenery was green. I said to you it was like a dimensional gateway. And oh God, yesterday I was doing a Reiki session and I was like, I actually was allowed to work from her place energetically, that cave, because I was like, I would love to imagine having that cave as your treatment room and you know, because, and the waterfall and the lake and the woodland, the power of that, but yeah, from it energetically.
I mean, I put a photograph, didn't I, up on Facebook just to advertise. Was it to advertise Inspiration Corner on your new what's your new Facebook page? That came up in April. So was that this month?
Heart-centered healing.
Heart-centered healing.
Heart-centered ascension.
Heart-centered ascension. So I put a post up there, and it's a beautiful of the area, isn't it? It's kind of over the top of the caves. And the river in the background, so the cave, you can just see the tops of the waterfall. And it's a beautiful picture, isn't it? So I'm thinking about getting it put as a canvas.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
It's a nice picture.
Should do. But beautiful energy, great staff as well. It's family friendly, but it's not a theme park. You know, they've not lost, because a lot of places that are family friendly just lose the...
Yeah, they've got a really big play area, but it's not intrusive. It's kind of over there, and it don't feel like it's intrusive into the greenery and the naturey bit of the place. It's kind of, it's not on a limb, it's not out of the way, but it's just to one side, isn't it? And it does look like it caters for kids quite well, but putting them away, putting them in a box.
Mother Shipton's cave was the birthplace of Ursula Sontiel. So Ursula Sontiel became Mother Shipton when she married Toby Shipton, and she was a wise woman, but was known as a witch, a prophetess. So she made predictions in relation to Henry VIII.
But any woman of the time probably would have been called a witch.
Yes, that could have the third eye open.
Did she upset?
She did medicines and herbal
What's his
remedies
name
as well.
now? But what was he? Archbishop of Canterbury at the time. I've forgotten
Something like that.
What's he called?
I don't know.
He's like really famous name.
Wolsey.
No, the other one. Oh God, my name. He was the one she predicted his death, and he would never enter York.
I can't remember.
It's one of her prophecies was he would never enter York, and actually he got to the outskirts of York, and he couldn't feel like he could go in. And when he actually did try and go in, eventually he got arrested. And he never got in. He got arrested, and I think he got tried for treason and got killed. Got sent back to London and killed, I think. What's his name?
I don't know.
Oh, it's going to kill me, that. He's famous. I'm sure you've done videos on him. Something to do with Henry VIII and stuff. He was like the big church man. I think he went after all the Catholics and stuff.
Can't have been Cromwell.
Cromwell, yeah.
I don't think it was. It was.
Is it Cromwell?
No, I don't think it was Cromwell.
I'm going to have to get my tablet now. Sorry.
Oh,
It's
God.
killing me. I hate it when I get an earworm.
An earworm.
Earworm. It's an earworm. You carry on nattering.
So,
Don't start showing your stuff.
Gary went off because he realised that back in those cave areas and where the waterfall is, well, the lake and everything, and he could do some inspiration corners. So he said, why don't you go into the museum and the gift shop? So I did. I get in the gift shop.
Left Claire alone in a gift shop.
I got, oh, she's self-taped this up. There'll be some ASMR with this, but it's fine. Look at that. I wanted something to represent Mother Shipton, so I got that. Like that. Do you like it?
It's nice, isn't it?
Nice, isn't it? And the weird thing was, when I took it to the checkout, everything was on a computer system, and there was something happened with it, and she couldn't find it in the back in a box. And she was like, I can't find this in the back in a box. And I made the comment of, well, maybe it doesn't actually exist. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just there for me, that kind of thing. And then they couldn't find it on the computer system, but then it appeared. It was weird. But yeah, do you like that?
Can't find it now, it's really frustrating me.
So we'll put that to one side. Then I got a whole range of crystals. So I got that. Funky, isn't it? Do you like that? How it changes colour when you move it around. So I got that. Got that one. Yeah. Quite a few crystals that I use on grids and for readings and stuff and healings, and that was chipped. Make sure I've got them all out. And that, which is cute. Oh, it's like a face in the bottom of there, isn't there? Like a galactic face.
God.
See it? I thought there's a face in that as well.
Oh, this is doing my head in now.
And then that one. I like this one as well. And
Thomas Wolseley.
I said Wolseley, didn't
Did
I?
you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Thanks. And then I got some magic wands. So this is the Romance Wand, rose quartz, attract love, healing and self-love. So these will be used for clients in healing sessions or group healings. And then I got the Green Aventurine Abundance Wand, prosperity, wealth and good fortune, again for use in client work and myself. Energy Clearing Wand, Aura Quartz, grounding clarity and clear negative thoughts. So these can be used in sessions. Protection Wand, Black Obsidian, ward off negative energy and protect your home. And then the man that used to moan about me getting hundreds and hundreds of tarot cards went and treated himself to
A box of tarot cards. I think somebody says I've already got these. Because I think you pulled... I let Claire pull some cards in Mother Shipton's cave, didn't I? With my deck. With my deck. I think somebody mentioned in the comments that video that they've already got that back. Oh yeah. So this may be coming to an inspiration corner. So.
I love his inspiration corner, don't you? I have to watch it every day now, mate. Bless you. Have you watched my inspiration corner? No.
It's nice, that, isn't it?
It is nice, isn't it?
Beautiful, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. And that's April and a little bit of May.
It is.
So.
Have we got anything else? Is that it? Feels like there's more, but I can't remember what it is.
I don't think there is.
Have we nattered enough?
I think we've nattered enough.
Have we kept these people's time?
We've nattered enough now. And yeah, so this month we've got 2 more vlogs to come.
Oh yeah.
We've got the March vlogs from your birthday from Warwick Castle and Stratford upon Avon.
So we've got it's more like Shakespeare's houses. So there's a historic society that have kind of got custody of 3 of his houses. One of them is the one where the first one where we go to is the one where he lived as man and wife. It's a house he bought. It's no longer there. There's nothing there. It's just a park, which is very interesting. I've put the history of that story in the video, so I won't do too much on that. The other one was the house he was born in, which is very old, Tudory house, isn't it? Very, very, yeah, bumpy.
It's,
That one. And then the last one was
Anne Hathaway's
Anne
cottage. But it's
Hathaway's
not actually Anne Hathaway's cottage. It was actually her brother's house.
Yes. So she did live there at one point, but it was her dad's house and then passed to her brother. But it's called out. It's beautiful, that, isn't it?
Isn't it?
It's actually real, isn't it? It's not like a Temu one that's been spray painted. You've got to hope, haven't you?
So yeah, and then there's the Warwick Castle one, which I enjoyed. The Warwick Castle, I really enjoyed Warwick Castle. I enjoyed both of them, to be honest.
Yeah.
So we've got those done.
Yeah, we've got to, as an author would do, proofread them. So we've got to proof watch them yet. I do apologise. It's took me such a long time. It's like the to be read pile. I had the pile of vlogs to be edited, and I got overwhelmed. I've got to admit, I got a bit overwhelmed with it. And you know what? I got it all done. Well, it's Sunday afternoon. I did 3 vlogs in one afternoon. Granted, I think one of them's done. The other one may just need a few tweaks, but I think I did quite well. And I got the Mother Shipton one out because I felt that needed to go. I don't know why. I just felt that needed to go out. It's too beautiful to stay on my hard drive. And it was the easiest one to do as well. So yeah, happy days.
And that's it.
That's it.
So we're going to be, obviously there'll be my reading wrap up for this month with my 500 books. I'm only joking. That's going to be coming up middle of May
15?
time.
Is it 15 books?
Yeah.
30?
No,
Are you gonna be disappointed?
40 bucks, I got so sick of Booktube. Anyway, rant over. There's the 2 vlogs, isn't there, to come? Yeah. So,
Yeah, 2 vlogs. One's longer than the other one's.
So at least May will be a month where you get a lot of content on here, rather than the previous couple of months where it's been a little bit meh. We apologise for that.
Yeah. It has been a meh time though, hasn't it? You know, it's the meh time of the year where there's not much going off, where there's not that cracking. Yeah, we'll see how we get on.
Yeah. So, if you've got to the end of this video and you'd like to leave a comment but not sure what to put, leave us a crystal ball and a tree from Mother Shipton's cave.
Yeah. Or wand or something.
He's off now. Wand.
Wand, box tarot
This is where he adds everything onto it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything.
Like, comment, share and subscribe.
Love hearts.
Yeah. If you do love your love hearts, don't you? And if you like these type of videos, these monthly roundups, and it's your bag, we've got a playlist on here. You can work your way up through the playlists.
And we've got ones with stuff about us, stuff about stuff we've done, all kinds of things. If you've got any ideas that you want us to natter about, let us know and we will try and do it.
Yes, we will natter about oat.
We will, yeah, pretty much.
Yes. Thanks for watching.
Yep.
Like, comment, share and subscribe. We will see you in the next one.
Yep, so long.
Bye.